Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my debt snowball update for March 2021, but before I get into it, I, as always, would love to thank my returning subscribers for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to see you follow me on my journey by subscribing down below. I also recommend you hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload, because I know I've been a little inconsistent, and this inconsistency is going to be a little bit longer than I expected. I just have a lot of stuff going on and a lot of things that I'm working on and thinking about, and so I apologize in advance that content is not coming out as often as you or I may like, but let's go ahead and jump into this snowball update because it is got some good news and some bad news. So here is my debt tracker, which I've already decorated because, to be honest, this is like my second time filming this video now, because when I was doing it originally, some of the math wasn't working out correctly. So I had to sit down and refilm it again. But if you're wondering what I used, these are just some, I think these are Heidi Klum. I got them on clearance at Joann's. Like, they were thrown in the pile, so I got them for like 99 cents. I'm gonna use a directional arrow from this Happy Planner sticker pack, and then these leaves are from the OG Stargazer. So that's what I've used. Like I said, there's some good news and some bad news out of this update. So let's start with the good news because it has to do with my credit card, which is the first debt on the list here. So let me zoom in, and great news on this card. The card's paid off. I was able to pay it off this month, so my last credit card is gone. So good news, I am credit card debt free. So minimum payment on the card was $41, but with both minimum payment and extra payments, including my snowball, I paid $1,467 towards the card. I had a starting balance of $1,455.79, so there was a little bit of interest that I had to pay on the principal, but it doesn't matter because it is gone. It is done. My last credit card, goodbye. I'm credit card debt free, which is crazy for me to be saying a year later when I was at like my lowest low or highest high. I guess depends how you look at it. I'm actually going to zoom out because I pulled out a little throwback from before I started sharing my budget on YouTube. I have my debt snowball tracker from March 2020. Guys, this is where I was literally a year ago, ending March at $33,000 in debt, okay? Like I said, I don't know if you want to call it a lowest low or a highest high, but this was my breaking point. This is where I knew I was living a life that I couldn't afford, and I needed to fix it because I was heading towards like a permanent fuck up. Forgive the language, but that's literally where I was. And so my credit union card that I literally just paid off, you know how much I had on it? Over $4,000, guys. In a year, I've paid off that $4,100 on that card, and that card had like medical debt and bullshit spending on clothing, and this card was literally the worst, and it's gone, and it's the last one. So I'm actually gonna put this aside because I'm probably gonna want to come back and look at it again. But that concludes the good news portion of the video. Let us continue. I have no bad news on my tuition because it's the same as it's been since I've been paying it since 2015. The minimum payment is $50. I pay $50 because there's no interest on it, so there's no point in paying more on it right now. So we're ending that at $10,450. So now you've guessed it, the bad news comes in with my student loans because I have accrued a little bit of a higher balance. So Nelnet actually does not have a due date because it is deferred from the COVID relief, and it does not have a minimum payment. And I have currently not made any payments on it, but going forward I will be because This is going to be the next debt I'll start tackling in April. I did have balance increases, and I had balance increases on my F group and G group. So both F and G groups are the loans that I was awarded for this student year, academic year. And they were split in half between my semesters. So these balances are now doubled. So now we are at $6,000 for group G, and 1750 times 2 is 3,500 for group F. So I now have a net increase of 4750, because like I said, these doubled, so this is 4750. So let's add 4750 to that 13,125.76 plus 4750. So for net total, we are at $17,875.76. So yeah, that's the bad news, and it's totally my fault. Okay, I've learned something from this here. Do not accept more than you need. Okay, I probably would have been fine on this $3,500 loan, but because I took out more than I needed, that's why I got those refunds. So yeah, I mean, the refunds have been nice cash boosts, but they still come at a cost. So I'm still going to be very, very serious about taking out more loans going forward and making sure that I'm paying down these loans as quickly as possible, especially while they don't have interest on them until September. So we did have a balance increase. So we have 1785.76, and then we have the 10,450 for tuition. So my current balance has increased to $28,325.76, which you can't even see because I didn't push my paper up. So that's the bad news. Good news, credit card debt free. Bad news, more student loans, which if you are going to increase your debt, at least have it be lower interest debts like student loans. Obviously, they're not being wasted. I am still performing very well in my classes. I'm fully intent on finishing the semester the best I can. And I am most likely going to be putting school on hold for a little bit to be able to focus on work, and saving money is kind of my new financial goal. I am going to be trying to save money to go back to school on my own terms, and hopefully eventually be able to find a job that will allow me to balance school. But for right now, with the increasing workload that I received in Manhattan and going forward, it's not going to work out for me. So I got these student loans, but going forward, I probably won't have any for a little bit. So let's go ahead and figure out my increase. 25,081.55. So we had a $3,200 increase. And I'm taking out, I took a gold one out and I ripped it, of course, but I'm gonna put it is increasing, and the gold really stands out on the page. It's like, red alert, you increased your debt. So we increased by $3,244.21, which, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks to have to see the number go back up. But the reason I kept this is to show I've still made progress. Like I said, this is where I was a year ago, and this is where I am now. So in a year, I've still totally gone down $5,000. And not only have I gone down $5,000, I have eliminated all sorts of high interest credit card debt. So this Best Buy card that I had, gone. Credit union card, gone. Amex, gone. My car, paid off. Citibank, gone. So overall, I really have crushed it in the past year, and I'm really, really excited to move forward and really start paying down these student loans, which are the bane of many millennials' existence. So going forward for April, I have a really big goal of paying off this Nelnet E because, again, I'm using the snowball method. So I'm paying them smallest to largest balances, but I was paying off my credit cards first from smallest to largest balances. So now I'm paying off my student loans smallest to largest. And based off my debt snowball plan for the entire year, I'm now 1 month ahead of schedule. So I originally wasn't going to start paying this until May. So again, 1 month ahead already. Making great moves here. So for April, like I said, I really want to just pay off Nelnet E. And that is $635.19. So approximately $636, which I think is going to be pretty feasible because of the stimulus that was now passed. It was a $1,400 stimulus, which I should be receiving probably at the beginning of April, which is also my birthday. Yay for me. But I'm not going to be spending all that money on myself. I'll definitely be able to take care of this student loan and just getting rid of it. And then going forward, for May, we would tackle my next smallest group, which is Group A, the first student loan I ever took out. So then we would go, I don't think I can pay it off, but we can pay towards it. And we could probably do, I want to double check my plan, but I think I put 500. Let's go back, because now I'm a month ahead. So for May, it was going to be the 650. Oh, snowball, 600. I put 600. So yeah, why don't we do 600? I thought it was 500, but we'll do 6. So if we pay towards Nelnet, we'll do $600 for May, and that would put me at a balance of about 300. So I'll have that paid off within 2 months. So within the next 3 months, basically, I'll have 2 student loans paid off, which will help kind of catch up on that deficit now. So here we are, guys. That was my debt snowball update for March. And I really, really hope you enjoyed watching and also being able to compare a year ago to where we are now in the journey. But if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. And I'd love to see you leave a like on the video, as well as comment down below and subscribe if you're not already following me on my journey. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.